Well, people, by now, I'm sure you've heard the news. Legendary former mayor Rudy Giuliani is in the hospital, stable condition. Yes, it's been over an hour. And our prayers go up to him, New York's finest, Mayor Rudy Giuliani. I've decoded it because as soon as I heard about it, I thought about 9/11. It's atmosphere that I'm looking at, and I'm also looking at this thing in the spirit realm. So I'm going to show you some things that I came up with, because many times situations speak without speaking. Okay, so let's go through this thing, and we might follow up. Check it out.
We have some breaking news that we want to share with you. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani has been hospitalized in Florida and is in critical condition, according to his spokesperson. Giuliani's spokesperson would not specify which hospital he is at, but that the former mayor remains critical but stable condition. The spokesman also said, quote, Mayor Giuliani is a fighter who has faced every challenge in his life with unwavering strength, and he's fighting with that same level of strength as we speak. It is unclear at this moment what sent Giuliani, who is 81 years old, to the hospital and how long he has been there. We're going to certainly keep an eye on this and have more details for you as it develops.
So yes, he is in Florida. He is in Florida. I found that fitting. Now, I just happened to pull up a video in relation to 9/11 because his title back in the day was America's Mayor after 9/11. I was assisting a friend of mine on the phone to make sure that that person got home okay, and the person was like, Pearson, I'm near Canal Street, and I've been teaching you guys about Canal. And all of a sudden, the video that I pulled up, listen to what Giuliani says during the day of 9/11, 2011 with the Twin Towers. Listen.
So people should remain calm, they should remain where they are, except if they are in Southern Manhattan. If you're below Canal Street, you should walk out of Southern Manhattan and walk north.
Did you hear him mention Canal Street? What are the odds? And right away when I heard that, I'm like, you know what? I got to look at this thing more and more in the decode. So listen again. He's going to say Canal Street.
So people should remain calm, they should remain where they are, except if they are in Southern Manhattan. If you're below Canal Street, you should walk out of Southern Manhattan and walk north. And these people are living right here.
Cool. Do you know everything? Cool. Do you know everything?
All that we know right now is the two airplanes struck the two arch towers of the World Trade Center. We spoke to the White House. There also apparently was an attack on the Pentagon. We asked that the airspace around the city of New York be sealed by military aircraft. We've been informed there has been, and we've seen military aircraft in the air.
So yeah, and I just did a video recently, in fact, a few of them on 9/11. Now, I want to show you guys something here. You know, Barack Obama and New York Mayor Madani, they went to a school a few weeks ago. I've done a few videos on that. So I looked at this thing in relation to Canal, because I've been teaching you guys the Canal. Welcome new subscribers. Let's look at this thing here. Canal. What do I mean by canal? Well, I've shown that a lady named Janae went to Africa on her birthday on April 5th of 2026. They say she unalived herself. She's under a giraffe. That's like a canal, an arch, okay? Then we have Nancy Guthrie. She's been missing since February 1st, okay? When the intruder went to her home that night, there he is. He had to come through what? An archway. And remember a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy in Mexico. He was on top of a pyramid, which is a archaeological site. Keyword arch. They're telling us Something's going to go down in relation to an arch. But see this arch thing? It's a portal to me. It's the New World Order, the sun god entrance, a way to go from one sphere to another. It's a passage, it's a moment in time. They're going to change the trajectory of everything, the whole world, economically, spiritually, governmental, the New World Order, the Purple Rain, the R-E-I-G-N, not the R-A-I-N. So when I hear the word canal, I think about the entranceway, the arch, okay? And then I showed you guys that the press secretary a few weeks ago, she talked about the arch. Did she not? Let's look that up right quick. Press secretary talks about the arch, July 4th. You have the arch. She displayed that. The arch on July 4th, 250 feet tall on the 250th anniversary of America. So I think you got what I'm trying to say now. To me, it's a portal. It's spiritual. How do you get through that thing to the next dimension? You blood sacrifice. Put it together. You sacrifice. You can't get to that next realm, this new age, without a sacrifice. Now put it together. So what I'm trying to say is this situation right now with former Mayor Giuliani, is it natural or is it caused? We're gonna really break this thing down. I want to show you something here. You have the current mayor. I'm gonna give you some stats right quick. The current mayor, Madani, was elected on November 4th, 2025. Check this out. November 4th, 2025, right there. Today is May 3rd, 2026. The difference is 529. 529, yes. That's JFK's birthday. You can Google it. 529. You know what happened to him? They're showing you. We can be in the moment, draw from the past to tell you the future. Somebody's going to be sacrificed in the future. But it's going to be fake. Okay? It's going to be fake. Now, work with me. I'm going to show you something else. That same mayor, January 1st, 2026, he was sworn in, Madani. Look at this here. We have January 1st, 2026, he was sworn in. Today is May 3rd, 2026. Giuliani, the former mayor, he's in the hospital. That was 123 days ago. Madani, New York mayor, was sworn in. What is 123? The 123rd day of the year. Look where I'm pointing. The 123rd day of the year is May 3rd. It's May 3rd. What's today's date? It's May 3rd. Is that coincidence? Now look at this here. Here's the mayor of New York, Madani. He was sworn under our arch. Look at that. He's at the old railway in New York. Look at the arch. Look at it. Do you see it? Do you see the arch? The arch. Is that coincidence? That was the day he was sworn in. And that number comes out to 123. That day he was sworn in versus today is 123. And the 123rd day of the year is May 3rd. And today is May 3rd. And the former mayor laying up in the hospital. You gonna tell me that's coincidence? Now look at this. Here's his birthday. May 28th, 1944. May 28th, 2027. Birthday next year. Today is May 3rd. The difference is 555. What's 555? That is the Washington Monument. The Washington Monument is 555 feet tall. What's so interesting about that? That arch that I showed you, that arch that's supposed to go up, that I showed you with the press secretary, that arch is supposed to be in that area with Washington, D.C., the arch. Okay, is that coincidence? Now watch this. The Washington Monument was completed December 6, 1884. December 6, 1884. How does that connect? December 6, 1884. Today is May 3rd, 2026. 141 years ago, Washington Monument was discovered, was finished. And 4-4. Who's the 44th president? Barack Obama. I believe he's the Antichrist. And yes, Antichrist spirits, they do sacrifice. Is that coincidence? Now watch this here. We also looking at 149. So not only is it 44, but look over here. It says 149. What is 149? The 149th day of the year, the 149th day of the year is May 29th. What's May 29th? We back at JFK again. And by the way, JFK, the 35th president, he used to live in New York back in the day. Is that coincidence? Because they're telling you something's going to happen. Trump is JFK. They're twined like that, just so you know. Now, here's the 9/11 attack. 9/11 happened on 9/11/2001. 2 planes went into World Trade Center. 9/11/2001, right here. May 3rd is today, 2026. That's 24 years ago, and 722. The 24th letter of the alphabet, is X. That means I'm taking you out. What is 722? Well, suppose I told you at 7:22 a.m., Abraham Lincoln took his last breath. He sure did, 7:22 a.m. on the 15th, April 15th, 1865. Is that coincidence? Now look at this here. He was mayor of New York. New York became part of the United States. We got 50 states. They became part of the United States July 26, 1788. July 26, 1788. How does that factor in? Here we go. July 26, 1788, New York was founded. Today is May 3rd, 2026. 237 years old New York is, and 9/11. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. What are the odds that today is May 3rd, 2026, the literal birthday of New York becoming part of the United States is July 26, 1788. 237 years ago in 9/11, and he's the 9/11 mayor, talking about a canal, and a canal is a portal? Come on, man. Not only that, the date that Rudy Giuliani became mayor, January 1st, 1994, Giuliani became mayor. How does that factor in? July 1st, 1994. Today is May 3rd, 2026. That was 32 years ago. And what else? Here we go. 32 years ago and 123. So 32 years ago, Giuliani was the mayor of New York. He was sworn in. And 123 days. What's 123 days? The 123rd day of the year, people, is May 3rd. Today is May 3rd. You mean to tell me this man is in the hospital? Exactly. 30, how many? Let's do this again. I said, let's do this again. This man is in the hospital 32 years after he became mayor, and 123 days, and the 123rd day of the year is May 3rd, and today is May 3rd. You know something got to be up. They're trying to get to that portal. Something up. This is not natural. Put "this ain't natural" in the chat. Tell me what you think. Now, Rudy Giuliani was in a car accident last year. Remember that? August 31st. Rudy Giuliani was in a car accident last year. August 31st, 2025. August 30th, right? Come on, Pearson, let's go. Yeah, August 30th. My bad. August 30th. It was reported August 31st. So August 30th. August 30th, he was in a car accident. So check it out. August 30th, right here, 2025, car accident. May 3rd is today. The difference is 8-4. Barack Obama was born August 4th. What are the odds? King Charles was just in town. Where did he go? Hello, New York. King Charles' birthday is November 14th. November 14th, 1948. King Charles just left New York. And I told y'all something about to jump off. Didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all. Now watch this. Watch this. November 14th, 1948. November 14th, 1948, King Charles' birthday. Today, and let me see. May 28th, 1949. That should be the anniversary of Giuliani's birthday. There it is there. Giuliani's birthday is May 28th. So what I did, I brought the numbers close. We're going to see how close these numbers are. Let's go back. Okay, it's right here. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. 1 year apart. We're going to separate them by a year. Look at this. November 14th, 1948 is the literal birthday of King Charles III. May 28th, 1949 is the anniversary of Mayor Giuliani's birthday. 1949, 1948. The difference is 614. What is 614? Y'all ready for this? What is 614? President Trump's birthday. Donald Trump's birthday. Google want to play with me. Donald Trump's birthday. June 14th, 1946 is Trump's birthday. Donald Trump's birthday is 6/14. Now let me do it again because I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I know y'all probably screaming by now. Let's look at it again. November 14th, 1948. King Charles III birthday. He just left here 3-4 days ago. May 28th, 1949, the anniversary of Mayor Giuliani's birthday. The difference is Trump's birthday, 6/14. What are the odds, people? What are the odds? Now, Giuliani was America's mayor, New York, during 9/11. This was the president at the time. George Bush was the president at the time, right? Remember that? His birthday is what? What's that, July 7th? July 6, 1946. July 6, 1946. George Bush, 9/11 president. June 6, 1946. Today is May 3rd, 2026. The difference is 79, because Trump is 79 years old, and 43. What is 43 days? What is 43? The 43rd day of the year, is February 12th. What happened on February 12th in history? That's Abraham Lincoln's birthday. You know what happened to him, right? See? Look, this might be it, people. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I decode. Now look at this here. Today is May 3rd, 2026. June 14th, 2026 is Trump's birthday. The difference is 111. Snake eyes. 111. The 111th day of the year is April 21st. That's when Pope Francis died. Remember, J.D. Vance was in Rome. He saw the prime minister. I did a video where J.D. Vance he walked over a big X. It was pink. And I said, somebody going to pass very soon. And the very next day, the Pope died. Well, flip it. Now you got somebody from an international area, which is Britain, comes to America. That's why I said somebody going to go down. I didn't know, would it be Trump? Will it be King Charles? But now we got Giuliani in emergency. Here's the deal. You got 111 again. Pope Francis died on the 111th day of the year. So what I'm saying is that when you take Trump's birthday from today, you get 111. And I call that snake eyes. The slit in the eye of a snake is 1. Now, Giuliani is in a hospital in Florida, they said. He's the governor, DeSantis. Look at his birthday. His birthday is September 14th. September 14th. Ron DeSantis, September 14th. Guess who else's birthday is September 14th? Pope Leo. We're thinking about this religious part. We just talked about Pope Francis. Now we're talking about Pope Leo. So let's look at these dates. We have 9/14, 1978. 9/14, 1978. That's Ron DeSantis' birthday. All right, we good. That's right. 9/14, 1978, Ron DeSantis' birthday, governor of Florida, because the former mayor of New York, he's in Florida. Subtracted from today, May 3rd, 2026. The difference is 47 like Trump and 33 like the blood moon, or 33 like Masonic. What are the odds? Now look at this. On May 8th of 2025, that's when Pope Leo became the Pope. Remember that? Subtracted from today, May 3rd, 2026, you get 514. What is 514? That's when Israel became a nation. I know, right? And last but not least, since we're talking about the war in Israel, on 6/22 of 2025, that's when we had Operation Midnight Hammer. We bombed Iran on 6/22 of 2025. Subtract that from today, May 3rd, you get 316. What is 316? John 3:16, that's sacrifice. Now let's look at the other day that we was in war. We were at war also on February 28th. Let's see what that looked like. February 28th, 2026. Let's look at that. You have February 28th, 2026, Operation Epic Fury. We just went and bombed Iran on that date. Subtracted from today, May 3rd, you get 64 days. Who's 64 years old? Barack Obama. People, Giuliani is struggling. We'll find out. But look at this decode. It's speaking. They got to get through this arch. They got to go to the other realm. The whole world, United States. Is it coincidence that King Charles just left New York? Now you got a prominent figure all of a sudden? Let me know. God bless. We'll talk soon. But remember this. Jesus is on the throne. He ain't going nowhere. He said, I'll never leave you and never forsake you. He loves you. I love you. He's King of Kings and Lord of Lords. They're acting out things. I don't know if this story is made up or whatever, but you see how these numbers fit. You see how they fit? Because they're speaking to us. They want this country. New York is the beacon. It has the Statue of Liberty. Do you understand? When it goes down, the flame goes out, we're toast. That's the symbology of the whole thing. But Jesus is the light of the world. He's King of Kings. If you don't know him, it's time to get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. Jesus is coming again. God bless you.